Okay, guys, I'm going to test out these paint markers on my vellum trees, and I chose to fussy cut the ones that were on the 36-pound cover, the ones that were a little blurry when they printed out. So these are probably the ones I like the least. So I'm going to practice on these ones and see where it goes from there. So I think that I'm going to push these ones out of the side for a minute. And these are the ones that have the most gold on them. So I think this one might be good for the fine tip pen because the little stripes or leaves on the tree are thinner than this one, which is clearly thicker, and this one might work well for the thicker pen, but we're going to try with the thin and work our way up. So it says to shake really well on the side. The instructions are on the side of the marker. So shake really well, press down on the tip several times until the ink flows, and then to test it on a piece of paper first. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I've been shaking it off camera too. So I think that maybe it's shook well. And I'm just going to, whoops, I guess you guys can see that, to press down a few times until I start to see the paint fill the tip. I can see it starting to come down here. So you can see it starting to fill the tip and absorb into that. It's like a little tiny sponge-like tip. And now I have little dots of gold on my paper. So that's pretty cool. I'm going to start from the top and work down. That way my hand is not going to rub over anything that I've already done here. So let's just try to add some gold paint to the star. And actually this goes on really easily and looks like it dries fairly quickly as well. And there's a very, like, hardly any odor to this paint pen, which is great. So I'm going over the lines that I printed, and it does look, even like the thin one does look like it's going on a little bit thicker than the actual line itself on the printed tree. But it's super easy to do this, to add a little touch of gold to the tree metallic. It's a pretty metallic too. It's not too yellowish. So I'll hold this up and you guys can see what that looks like now with the gold on that one. So let me try the fine tip one on this other tree. And if I use the fine tip, I'm probably going over the branches a couple of times here to fill them all in. But I actually think it gives me a lot of control on how I'm using the paint marker. So I think actually that looks pretty good. You can see that shining there in the light. So yeah, I'm curious to see how thick the thick one is, but I might not open that one right now because this one is working really well for me at the moment. So I will go ahead and finish that one up off camera. I wanted to see what it looks like to do some of these stars on this green tree. and that's really cute. I think if you're using this vellum, I think it actually adds to it. You're not going to notice the blurriness as much. It just kind of makes it a little more fun and whimsical to add these touches of gold paint to this. Okay, and that's it. So that one's cute too. See it up close here. I don't know if I can get the shine on that one as much, but yeah, super cute. I think this is definitely this is a go-to pen if you want to embellish. It's a little bit easier than embossing because with digitals you don't really have that option to use a Versamark, so this is kind of like adding that extra. I suppose you could too also get a glue pen and you could glue put glue on these tree lines or these little stars and then put gold glitter over it as well. So that's an option for you guys as well. So I'm going to finish these up and try a couple of other techniques.